In this video, we're going to take a look at the 3 DSP effect modules that are in Ogun. The great thing about having such effects inside the instrument itself is that you do not need to add any additional plugins to your host application. The first effect is Coarse. This effect is often used to add extra body to the sound. It does this by taking the audio, splitting it into multiple streams, then applying detuning to these additional audio streams and feeding them back into the input. The result is a thicker sound with more body. The first parameter for the Coarse is order. This parameter will determine how many streams the audio will be split into. The higher the number here, the thicker the end result will be. This also turns on the effect whenever the value is 1 or higher. As soon as the effect is enabled, you can hear the sound becomes thicker, especially if a high value is applied to the order number. The Coarse depth parameter determines how much detuning is applied to the split audio streams. Larger values produce a thicker coarse effect. The split audio streams also have some modulation applied to them. The speed of this modulation is set with the speed control. This can give the Coarse effect a sense of movement. The split audio streams are also delayed before being sent back to the input of the effect. The length of this delay is set with the delay parameter. The Coarse spread parameter controls the panning of the Coarse effect. The volume parameter controls the amount of Coarse in the mix between the dry and wet sound. The next DSP effect is the delay. This effect is pretty straightforward. It takes the source audio, then holds on to a copy of it, and then output that copy a few milliseconds later. Before you can hear the delay, you must first enable it. This is done from the enable switch. The feedback parameter controls the number of times the audio is sent out by the delay. Higher values here will produce more delayed audio sources or echoes. When the stereo delay parameter is in the middle, the feedback from the delay will be placed equally left and right in the stereo field, while higher values here will place the first delayed sound more to the right, and values lower than the middle position will place the first feedback or delayed sound to the left. The volume, of course, controls the volume of the delay. Activate tempo if you want the delay's length to follow the tempo of your project. There are also 3 modes that the delay can be in. Normal, which will play the feedback much like the original source is, just delayed. Invert will put the feedback slightly out of phase to create a wider stereo image. And Pong will bounce the feedback from the delay between the left and right channels. The last effect is reverb. Just as with the delay effect, you must click enable before you can hear it. The reverb has a few preset characters that you can select from. B is for a bright sounding reverb. B+ is for an even brighter sounding reverb. F is for a flat or neutral sounding reverb. W is for a warm sounding reverb. And W+ is an even warmer sounding reverb. The LC parameter controls the low cut, which will cut all the frequencies below the frequency set here. The HC parameter controls the high cut, which works in the opposite of the low cut and removes the frequencies above the frequency set here. The PD parameter controls the reverb's pre-delay, which is the length of time from the audio source till its first reflection in the emulated environment. The RS parameter controls the size of the room of our emulated environment. Larger values here will give a simulation of a larger space. The RD parameter will apply diffusion to the emulated reverb, which can create a softer sounding reverb. The DE parameter will control the decay of the reverb. Larger values here will make the reverb ring longer. The HD parameter will remove some of the mid to high frequencies to give the reverb a duller, more neutral sounding reverb. And the final parameter is to control the level of the reverb in the instrument's output. So, in this final video, we took a look at the 3 DSP effects found in Ogun, as well as covering what each parameter for those effects are for.